everyone, Diane here, and it's Friday and I'm super excited. So I'm super excited because look what just came in today. So this is a new product by the Grace Company. It is a small hoop frame for long arm quilting. And I seriously, I don't have the space in my house or anywhere else for a long arm at the moment. And it'll be a while before I actually would have space. But I love the concept and I love free motion quilting. But some of the stuff to do while pushing fabric around, it gets really hard on my shoulders. So this is a new product by Grace Company and we get to open the box. So I'm super excited. Don't mind me. Yes, I know I'm using a scissors. I do it all the time. If I cut myself, it's my fault, my problem. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, okay, so now I'm going to flip the box over and I gotta be honest with you. I am setting it up this weekend in my dining room, on my dining room table. I'm setting it up in here because I have to rearrange my office space before I can actually move it into there. And let's just see what we got here. So, here we go. It is the box opening. Okay, so we've got our books, all of our information here. So let's just start. I don't know what's what and where everything is, but I'm gonna take each little box piece out and move stuff out of the way. Okay, here's these guys. Okay. These are part of the track. Ooh, here's the carriage. That's so cute. This is gonna be fun. Okay, I'm gonna run out of room really fast. So I will be wandering around doing funky stuff here. Okay, now we got another box. Ooh, this one's much heavier. So here we go. Put this box here. And this is the lower carriage. That's the back and that's the front. Now, Grace Company just recently put out a video on how to assemble this, and I think I've watched that like 6 or 7 times, knowing that this is coming in, and knowing I would have to be putting it all together. So, let's kind of get a few of these big things out of the way here. Oops, my big old head out of the way. And we're going to close this really cool box because I don't want to get rid of this yet. I never do. I always want to hang on to stuff for a little bit. You just never know. And so let's do that. Scooch this over here. Setting up the Cutie Frame is actually quite easy. The directions are easy to follow. It's step by step. It has everything laid out. So just take your time. Don't feel overwhelmed and just follow it step by step. The first thing that I did was open up the box, open up the boxes within the box, and lay out all of my pieces and parts and make sure that I had all of the hardware necessary to assemble the Cutie Frame. I had my directions open and ready to go. Everything was right there. And again, like I said, pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. I actually had this assembled within about 45 minutes. So it didn't take me very long to get the whole frame assembled. The additional assembly for me was setting up my home machine on the frame rails and making sure that my encoders were working properly. and it goes in. So it has grooves on both sides right here. I don't know if you can see that. And then this also has those little grooves. So those fit in kind of like maybe like that. And it does. It slides in really smoothly. It's just a little bit of a bugger. And so now we got to get it to cross that little gap there. Okay, come on now. Let's see if we can get that to slide past that. All right, yeah. We need to maybe, there we go. There we go. We just had to snug up one side because the other side. Okay, so this goes all the way in to the end. So we got one side in. Now, let's just do the other side. And here we go. And again, it just slides in. I had to go get my glasses too so I could actually read what I was supposed to be doing next. Here we go. And we'll just slide you all the way down. Dun, 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 dun. All right. And all the way down to the end. There you go. And that's nice and even. And then it says, then tighten the 6 screws. So now we go in and we tighten these guys. Now, I don't know how tight is, but I'm gonna make them snug. There you go. Okay, so we got one track done, and now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other one. So this is my Juki. It's the TL-2010Q. And I'm super excited. So I have just a funky quilt sandwich. And I mean, the space that I have to quilt within is not real big, but it's the same size as my hand. It's just that now I can go all the way across. And the frame is 48 inches across. It's roughly 30 inches deep, including the overhang with this particular machine on it. And it's really cool because if I ever want to upgrade, it will fit the Qnique 15 and the Qnique 19. And that's what I'm looking at. Anyway, this is totally cool because I also installed the stitch regulator so I don't have to deal with a foot pedal, so I can do all this standing up. And it's a little awkward, but on the stitch regulator, I have it set up on stitch number 7, which makes for a little bit smaller stitch, and it keeps that stitch pretty much the same throughout. And I've got my handlebars up just kind of so I get a better feel for what I'm doing. So on stitch regulator mode, there's a pulse mode and a stitch mode. And if I just turn it on and I don't move, it'll stitch in place. But the minute I start moving, it'll speed up and slow down. So that's a lot of fun. And then I can come back and I can do some fun little loop-de-loop things. Now, I don't have it set up perfectly. This is literally the first sample piece, so I haven't been doing much with it. Just getting a feel for it. And I have a little bit of drag because my power cord is not quite long enough for everything that I'm dealing with. So I need to work on getting that fixed, possibly get an extension and have it sitting on the table behind me. Once I get this set up in my office space or my sewing room, the stitch cord will be directly behind the machine because the machine's going to be sitting on a table that's open on both sides. But here you go. So what do you think? I'm going to kind of see if I can scoot you in here and kind of get you down on that bright light in there. There you go. So you can see some of the stitching kind of going on and right in here. And yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit more work here. I'm going to play a little bit more and see, bouncing all over the dang place. Sorry about that. And let's just see what we can come up with.